Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome back in today's class. Okay, today we are on the day number 4 of our ServiceNow class. Okay, yesterday we saw, yesterday we read, yesterday we get a knowledge. We both share the knowledge that how ServiceNow has been defined. What is the purpose of ServiceNow? What type of tool is ServiceNow? Okay, and then we say that what is the architecture of ServiceNow? It's a multi-instance architecture. Then we say that how the data centers has been defined in ServiceNow. Where are those data centers? We see some open challenges as well. And now we are saying before I start, let me put a question here. How many of you are using WhatsApp? Atul, what type of this question? Everybody is using WhatsApp. Okay. Now, second question come. How many of you are taking the backup of your WhatsApp every day? I just unmuted yourself, Constant. If you require, you can unmute. How many of you take the WhatsApp backup every day?
No,
No.
not every day.
Okay, not daily. Okay. If let's say example, if the phone you are using, if that break down, how quickly you can put your SIM into the other phone? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 day, 2 days, I needed to do this part. Maybe if I have a handy, another phone is handy, I can switch in the 5 minutes. But I don't have any phone, I need to be talk to my friends. Hey, anybody has a spare phone? Can you give me for the 1 or 2 days? So that I can order my new phone or get it fixed, these things. This concept is called the backup and the failover. In our IT industry, this is called the backup and the failover. The same ways, if I am working in the IT industry, okay, do you think that my users who are creating a record in my system, I should take the backup of their records as well? If tomorrow someone says, hey Atul, you did not teach me this thing, it was not in the course, you missed out these things, I can show you, hey guys, see, I never discussed this point in that time period. So what it's saying here is that the concept called the transfer and the failover. Sorry, it's a transfer and the failover, not the backup. Backup is the next topic here. Okay, ServiceNow say, and this is the another parameter of ServiceNow evaluation. I can say ServiceNow say, boss, don't worry, you are here. Let's say it is you, it is your instance. You are using this instance, that is data center 1. If anything goes wrong in this data center, in the less than 2 minutes, I can bring you the backup data center. Let's take example. Whenever we plan for a trip, generally when I plan for a trip with my family, I know that I need to go to the bus station or maybe the railway station via cab or via bus. Okay, but I always keep a backup in the background that if I did not get the bus on time, if I missed the bus, if bus did not come, maybe something happened with the bus in on the way or before the way, I have a Uber installed in my phone. I just click the location and I'll book the Uber there. This is called the transfer part. Within limited in the within the what ServiceNow say is less than 2 minutes. I will move your data to the, or I'll move your instance from the main data center to the backup data center. And how this is possible? Because they are taking the backup 24/7. They're taking the backup. I guess it's not 24/7. It's in the schedule part that every night the backup will be done. Every 12 hours the backup will be done from the primary to the backup data center. So now can you imagine that if these app nodes are not working, if this database is not working, they have a backup data, they have backup database in the primary. If this complete section is not working, then they have a secondary as well. And everything is related with everyone. So it is not like that, or your instances don't give me 2 hours, I'll bring the backup and will give it to you. No. ServiceNow say, boss, this is not working the primary data center. Don't worry. Let me move you from this to the backup data center so that your customer should not be get impacted now. This is the another feature of the ServiceNow. That is the reason it's called as a advanced high availability architecture. I'm telling you, in the last 7 to 8 years in my career, I never see that ServiceNow is done for a single second as well. So how much data center, how much big data center they have, you can imagine from here. Now it's come to the backup part, backup and recovery. What it says that, okay, in my primary data centers, let's say for the today I have a 500 transaction. Now being a customer, I want that this should be backup on the regular basis. That is reason I say, how many of you take this? How many of you take the WhatsApp backup? I have a WhatsApp back on the daily basis. If by some way, by any chance, if my phone is not working, then I have the WhatsApp backup of the last day at least. I will get all the chats, all images, all photographs, all videos, all requirement documents. I'll get it back up to the last date or up to the last day only. Okay, so what ServiceNow say, boss? Backup of the customer instance are also taken primarily for the logical restore purpose. ServiceNow इसके ऊपर कुछ करता नहीं है. If you're thinking that no, they will get my data, they will do some manipulation. No, they don't do anything. They just take a backup for the logical restore purpose. कि boss, अगर कल कुछ आपके, if there is something goes wrong in your data center, in your instance, I have a backup for you. Full backup. There's a two type of backups has been done there. What is called the full backup and one is called the delta backup. Full backup means if I say in the morning when you get up, we feeling hungry and we had a good diet in the morning. Fruits, milk, cashew, almonds, we take that part. And after that, after half an hour, we are feeling a little bit hungry. That time you will not take the full meal, you will take the small chunks. Maybe some 2 or 3 biscuits, maybe some few more almonds or the cashew you are taking that time. That is called the delta backup. So it says that full backup are performed every 7 days to the disk and retained for the 28 days. That is the policy of ServiceNow. They says, Ima, just give me 1 minute. I'll come to the question. They says that boss, I am taking the backup for you. Full backup means from the day when you install the ServiceNow until today, I'm taking the backup and putting onto the disk. It is a mechanism to store the data. But if you ask me that Atul, I need the data backup of the 29th day from today, I cannot give you. I just keep the data only for the last 28 days. The reason is in the earlier days, we are be struggling that if something goes wrong, I needed data for the last 35 days. Sorry, 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. But now the situation has been changed. We have so much data in the daily basis. Like I was reading somewhere that the banking sectors like Barclays, Citi, or Lloyds, Netbank or West Bank specifically, they have a billion transaction in a single day. Do you think that if any software is so much capable to store the data for the 2 years or 3 years? Not possible. So they just store the data for the last. They store the data or that they have the backup for the last 28 days. And after that ServiceNow say, I will delete it. बस इससे ज़्यादा मेरे पास स्पेस नहीं रखने के लिए. Okay, and they have a differential backup in every 24 days. Differential means the meal the things you're having between the lunch and breakfast and the lunch is called the differential part. 2 biscuits, 1 more cashew, little bit chips, a small juice, Tetra box juice. Those are come in this differential backup. Yes, Ima, go ahead for your question. or it was by mistake?
I didn't mean to ask a question. That was an error. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Fine. Okay. Now, one more thing which is important here when we are saying this thing about this data centers.
Sorry, but
Good.
I have a question.
Yes, is good. Good.
What
Kushbu.
is yes? Can you give an example of this differential data backup?
Okay. So as I said, once you get up in the morning, you have a breakfast, right? A full length or the full meal kind of a breakfast, which includes curd, which includes tea, which includes juice, which includes some breads, a 2 or 3 pieces of fruit, which says yes, now my tummy is full. After 1 hour, you're feeling a little hungry. Will you go for the full meal again? I'm sure no. What you go to the kitchen and will see, okay, I have something to be eat. Maybe you will say, let's have 2 biscuits. Let's have a small chips. Let's have a small sip of juice. Maybe let's have something else on the top of that. So this is called the differential backups. Means on the main, okay, or in the ITOM, what I say, that the backup which I take today and the backup which I'm going to be I took yesterday. The difference between yesterday and today is called the differential backup. It is not from the day one. It is from the only day backup, I can say. That particular difference is there, right? That is called the differential backup here. Like if you notice that sometime in my training, I start the day with the day one discussion. Guys, we discuss this thing, 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 this thing. That is called the differential. And if you notice today, I started the discussion only from the yesterday topic. Guys, yesterday we discussed about this thing and today we are going to be discuss about this thing. That is called the differential backup. Clear, Khushbu now? Khushbu, is it clear now or not? Okay, she left, maybe some network problem. Okay, now let's come to the this part. What ServiceNow says that we are here, right? With production instance backup in the data center. Okay, this is backup are stored in the same data centers. So it means if I'm taking the backup of this primary one, the backup will be stored in the primary only. That isn't, if you see this thing, see, it is a backup. They're stored in the same data center. But with this, what they're saying in the sub-production means the non-production instances. We will discuss that there's a 4 terms I'm giving to you: dev, test, beta, and production. Dev, test, beta are the non-production instances. I'll tell you that what is the purpose of all this thing, and production is the main instance. Okay, so they say the sub-production instances are backed up only in the primary data centers, and ServiceNow run the regular checks on these backups. That is the backup which I took is working, has completely done or not. Any error is there while doing the backup, anything has been missed out. Let's say example, tomorrow, yesterday I backup, it was the 2 GB. Today I backup, it's a 200 MB. No, yeah, it's something wrong. Something wrong. It means something wrong here. So that we have to do that. ServiceNow do some automate checks and rectify the problem statements here. Clear everybody till this point? Any doubt? Khushbu, Priya, Kamlesh, Kumar, Dapsi. Go.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, clear.
for some reason I was out of
Yes, yes,
call.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
repeat that?
Okay. So,
It's not too
sorry,
clear. Not too clear too.
sorry, what is?
It's not clear too. I didn't. It didn't really sink. Yeah.
Okay, let me repeat that part. So when I say the full backup, so if you see the trend in the training, maybe someday I'll start my training from the day one discussion. Guys, till from day one we discuss about the What is ITL? What is ITSM? What is BA? What is ServiceNow? ServiceNow architecture, ServiceNow data centers, ServiceNow backup. We done the user management. All the things are there. Okay. I'm putting in the mute actually. Okay, but sometime we start our discussion from the previous day topic only. Like today I started the discussion, guys. Yesterday we done this thing. That is called the differential backup. There's a differential means the backup from the last taken backup and the today's only. That is called the differential backup here. Khushbu clear now or still required some more clarification?
Yeah, clear now. Yeah.
Ugo, it is clear to you?
Yeah.
Good. Now I'll come to the next point. Okay. How many of you have an Amazon Prime membership? How many of you have an Amazon Prime membership?
I have.
Okay, you have. Okay. What benefit you are getting from the Prime membership?
I can watch unlimited movies. You know,
Okay.
when I order something, it's free, like 2 day shipping. You know, I can.
Yeah,
I get a lot of free books, library to read all kind of books.
Right. And when I say that you're getting this benefit, it means you're paying something extra as well.
Yes.
Maybe few dollars, few
Maybe,
pounds, few dollars,
maybe,
you're right.
yeah.
Okay. Now the same concept come into the service now as well. And this is very, 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 very important topic. If I'm putting a lot of varies here, it means it is actually important. It is a base for you to be understand. And going forward, you should know that if I'm saying that, okay, I'm talking about this particular thing, you should know that I'm talking about what type of privileges or the license here. In ServiceNow, majorly we have a 4 type of licenses. Majorly means this is what we are following in the industry. There's a lot of licenses available, but majorly what we talk in our day-to-day life. Okay. Number 1 is called the before I go for this part, how many of you is using Amazon without the Prime membership? I am the one. Almost everybody is there. Now tell me, how you are using the Amazon website or Amazon. If let me check the example now. If I want to order a fry pan or I can say I want to order a microwave oven for my home. How I can do that part? Atul, go to any website, search for the item, see the specification, looks good, add into the cart, check out, do the payment, you will get it delivered at your delivery address. Very nice, very correct. Now, if you see that who I am here to ordering this, I am a end user for that particular company. If I want to order the microwave oven from the Amazon website, what minimum I need? I just need one user ID in that account, in that particular portal, in that particular application, in that particular website. I don't need anything else there because I am a end user. If I need to read the specification, I can log in with my ID and I can see the reviews. If I'm facing some issue, I'll just log in from my ID in the Amazon or the Myntra or the Flipkart or in some other websites and raise a issue that, guys, I purchased this product from you. It is not working as expected. Can you get it back? In ServiceNow world, we are called this particular profile as the end user. This is the ultimate user who is going to be use your product in the industry. Now if I say again, let me come back here. Let me open this thing. Don't be confused. I'm not buying anything here. Microsoft products. Let me go to the, sorry. Let me go here and click here. Okay. Now, if I want to order something, if I want to purchase Office 365, what I will do here? Okay, I log into the Microsoft website. I search for my product like this, and I click on the buy now and done. If I'm facing any issue to using that product, I will go to the Microsoft website and we'll start working on the search part. How to configure email. I'll write this statement and I will get some articles here. Still, I'm not able to get the answer of my problem. I'll go ahead and raise a incident in this, issue in this. But as an end user, I am not able to make any changes in this portal now. I cannot say, yeah, I don't like this color. Can I change it? No, I cannot change because I am an end user here. And in the ServiceNow world, when I say the end user, it means that particular user don't require any license. But if this is the case, that user only can do very limited things. He can order something. He can raise the incident. He can check the knowledge article, but he cannot modify anything in the request once it has been submitted until other than the comment section. So like if you raise a query, you raise an incident for Amazon or maybe the Flipkart or maybe the delivery or some other websites or some other apps, you just check the status of your request. You cannot make the changes in your status or in your request. You cannot check my request because you don't have access there. Clear till this point, guys. This is the base now. Clear everyone till this part?
Two.
Yes, Sava, go ahead.
Is it the same with the self-service?
It is the same with the
like self-service.
self-service. Yes, it is a self-service. I did not pick up that word intentionally because that is we belong to the portal area.
Okay.
Okay, but yes, it is a self-service. Guys, clear with this rule? Because when we start our discussion tomorrow, if I say, hey, go and create an end user, you should know that what I am talking here. End user means no role has been given to that particular person in the system. That is called the end user here. Now the second type of user, what we have, what are the second type of role? What we have, I'll when we do this role and group part, I'll tell you to go and read about the roles as well, more in the roles part. Now let's say example, Akanksha want to purchase a new scooty because she's working now. She need to go to the office and her office is little far. She cannot travel via bus. She want to purchase a new scooty. Okay. She asked to his brother and hey, brother, I want to buy one scooty. His brother is the younger one, so he cannot take a decision. She put the request to his parents now. That mom and dad, I want to purchase a scooty. Now they have an authority to approve or reject that request. In our ServiceNow world, if I need to be approve or reject any request, then I should have a approver license. This one. And that is a paid license. When I say the paid means ServiceNow charge the amount for that license, guys. Like our parents charge, hey, follow our instructions, we are your parents. They charge in that manner. So in this area, if because when we start with our request management, there is a concept come the approval as well. So if you want to be approve any request, any change, any knowledge article, then you should have a approver license, and your company is paying for that license cost to the ServiceNow. Okay, that is the second type of rule which we have been talking here. It is important. Okay, clear till this point. Either you use or not, but if in the system, let's take example, guys. Let's say I purchase a season's ticket for a amusement park. Now either I go or not doesn't matter to the amusement park. They already charge. If I go, I'm able to enjoy. I'm able to take a rides. If I did not go, it will not work for me. But they charge for the same. Let's take example. Let's say we have a party and my friend invited me in the bar or maybe in the barbecue kind of things. Okay. He says, hey, come. I reached there. I took my plate and sit there. And suddenly I got a call from my home. I need to be rushed back. Now barbecue will be charged for that particular plate. This, sir, it has been used now. Either you eat one bite or either you eat complete barbecue. They're going to be charged now. That is called the approver license here. It is a paid license. ServiceNow charge for this particular thing. Okay. The third one, which is important here, which is very common in the industry, which everybody is using in your company. If you are working in a ServiceNow industry or in the industry, you're using this license. This license is called the ITIL license. Now, if you are working in Amazon, you're working in the Flipkart, you're working in the Myntra, you're working in the delivery, you're working in the Uber Eats or Uber. I, as a customer, raise a concern. Hey, your service is very bad. I order the food, but it is not delivered to me. I raise an incident in your app. Now you are the user from that company who can see the detail in the background of my ticket or everyone ticket. That is called the ITL rule. Means the service desk agent or the user who has the authority to create, modify, update the records of the end customer and the user is having the ITL rule here. You cannot work in ServiceNow. When I say you cannot work means you cannot see the everyone data. You cannot make the changes in your request, in your change, in your incident if you don't have a ITL rule. Again, this is a, when I say the rule means I'm talking about the license here. Again, it is a paid one. ServiceNow charge for this. Clear everyone on these 3 points. Guys, yes or no?
Atul?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes.
And so you say end user are non-licensed user. So
Correct.
we can say consumer is also non-licensed.
No. Don't bring the word consumer here. Because consumer is the some different concepts in the ServiceNow.
Okay.
Okay, let's take example. Let's take example. You're working in a company, okay, and you want to be, your manager say, hey Priya, go and raise a request for the laptop.
Yes.
Okay, then you are the end user for them. The term end user basically we use in the ITSM perspective. What you're saying consumer, it is the another module in ServiceNow that is called the CSM. We use that word there only, and consumer is basically who is available in the market, like people in the complete industry, in the complete universe is a consumer for me. But here when I say end user, I'm talking about specifically from the IT industry perspective, that person who is going to be use this portal internally only, that is called the end user here.
Okay.
Okay,
So the businesses, right?
business people you can say. Like I'm giving example, like if Priya joined a new company and her manager says, okay Priya, go and raise a request for the laptop. Priya will say how, he will say go to this particular portal and make a request. Then Priya is the end user for that particular IT department because she's just raising a request. But when I say the consumer, if Microsoft open the portal for everyone, like I'm showing here this thing. So for me, for this time, I'm a consumer for the Microsoft. I'm not an end user. I'm a consumer here because I'm consuming that services. I'm paying and I'm consuming their services, buying their services from them. But in the end user, you're not buying. You're just taking that service for your work. आप कुछ pay नहीं कर रहे उसमें. The payment has been done on your behalf for every other places. You're just taking that benefit of raising the request and getting the things done for you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the last top point in this section, which is not mentioned here. If, for example, there is a marriage in your house, okay, and it is a marriage of your brother. Now to complete that all ceremonies, who is most important? Who are the most important participants here? You, your father, and your mother. You three are the major stakeholders. You three are the major, I can say, users who have a rights to manipulate anything in the program. Maybe Priya says, it's my brother marriage. I want to buy a good outfits. I want the decoration should be like this. I want the function should be like this. I want in the function I should have a 5, 6, 7, 8 layer cake. I want this person should not be invited in my party. It means you are the super authority in that particular area. In ServiceNow term, we call this user as a system admin. When I say system admin means you have a full rights to kick off, to bring anyone into the system or out from the system. You have a full rights to make any changes in any of the table, any of the field, any of the attribute, any of the SLA, any of the notification, because you are the super power here. You have a super authority here. Like I say, in the marriage function, if it is, let's say it is your marriage, then you say, Dad, it's my marriage. I want to plan it my way. I don't want this person to be invited. Don't invite Atul in my marriage. He's useful. He's useless guy. Don't invite. It means you have an authority here. And admin license is also the paid license. Only one license is free of cost, that is called the end user. Rest all are the paid licenses. If I give the admin rights to anyone, he can make changes in my system without any fear. Let's say example. In our India specifically, in the old days, there was a no concept called the guest room or the driver room or the some kind of a basically we call it the driver room or the guest room. If someone came to my home, we tell them, okay guys, you can go and sleep in my bedroom, don't worry, because you are my guest. But nowadays the concept has been completely changed because people find that if we are giving the access to the guest of our home, of our bedroom, they can manipulate the things here and there. They can see the private things of our wardrobes, our clothes, our jewelry, our cash. So let's have a separate room for them. That become the guest room. It means it is the responsibility of the user to whom you are giving the admin rights. They can manipulate the data. They can manipulate the ServiceNow instance. They can manipulate the foundation of the ServiceNow table structure, and only he or she will be the responsible here. Now in our training, we are using the instance, and I will give you the my instance admin rights, because we need to do the training. So we need the admin rights. So until unless you have a admin rights, you cannot make a modification. Until unless the boy to whom you are getting married become your husband, you will not give him access to of your house or the room as well. As soon as he become your husband, or as soon as you become the wife for that particular person, the access will become the admin for you. Okay, so remember the admin license is also a paid one, and it is superpower in the ServiceNow instance. Clear everyone till this point? These 4 topics, these 4 points are important. Any doubt, please ask me, guys. Because from tomorrow, when I say guys, you are admin, you should know that what I am talking about the admin here. If I say guys, create an end user, you know what is the end user you have to be create. We do this exercise, user creation, we will do in depth completely. Okay, tell me guys, any doubt, any question, any clarification?
So ITIL, Atu, sorry. When you have a IT right role, do you still have a admin role too? What's the difference between IT role and admin role?
It's not IT, it's ITIL role. Okay.
Yeah, ITIL.
ITIL role only can work on the records. They can modify the record, they can update the record, they can close the record. But admin rights will able to remove the table as well, the structure as well. Anything new you can configure. Let's say example that okay, let's take another example. I'm staying in a PG and the landlord told me, guys, you are not allowed to make any changes in that room. Other than the beddings, you can move here, there, the wardrobes, you can move here and there. Because you have an ITIL role, but he is having the admin role of his house. If tomorrow he want to shift in the house, he can make a changes in the complete house as well. Maybe he can break down or the complete wall and make the 2 rooms as a 1 room, a big room. He says, no, I don't like this kitchen. Let me make it renovate this kitchen completely. Shelf wise, 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers, I want to make it. So that is the admin rights it's doing. Clear, Saba?
Yes.
Great. And also,
So
Khushbu,
clarify.
yes, go ahead, Khushbu.
Yes, just to clarify, so admin can actually make changes to the application itself, not just data.
Anything. You see, you are admin of your house, right? If you have your own house, you have a full right to make any change in your house. You can remove the wall, you can change the sofa, you can remove this kitchen, you can bring new furniture, you can bring the new anything, you can bring it, right? That is the admin rights. From structure till the data, you can make any changes. Go ahead, Kamlesh.
Yeah, totally in a simple way. Non-licensed users are the end users who can, go and request any kind of, fault or incident into the system. They can they are the end user to request anything. That's it.
Correct.
Right. Coming to approve and deny reject request, these are nothing but a managers who can get the, request to move on to the next step by approving it or rejecting it, whether they want to be worked upon or not. Simple. Right. Next one comes ITIL license user. It is nothing but it will help in following the ITIL processes, basically like incident change and all. They are the users who are gonna work on those records by changing statuses, updating fields, etc. Right? Nothing but serving the request. They are the servicer of the request.
Correct.
System administrator. They are admins of ServiceNow who can make any kind of changes. It can be addition, deletion of users, addition,
anything.
table, etc. To make it simple, this is how this hierarchy
Yes.
is. There may be many more, but these are the 4 renowned roles in the ServiceNow.
In the ServiceNow, there's a one more role available that is called the elevated role, which we discuss when we go for the ACL discussions. Not now. Okay. ITL user cannot approve the request, where the approver only can approve the request. Let's say if I'm working on an incident and you say Atul, or I'm working on a change and you say Atul, can you approve my change? I cannot approve unless I have an approver license as well with me. So there's a difference, guys. I am requesting, or that let's say Akanksha says I want to purchase a new bike. She cannot approve her own request because she's not having the approver license. But when Akanksha get married and she's enough mature that she can say, yes, I want to purchase a bike and I'm going to be purchased it. So she's approving her own license because now she has a license to do that part. She's enough mature to take a decision properly. Okay, so let's not confuse much on this area. Basic understanding has been given to you. When we start working on the user and the group management, then the license will come again into the picture. Okay, last point. Anyone has last question on this part so that we can proceed further? MJ, Nizvi, Akanksha, Consta, Ima, Ugo, Shaba, Kumar, Priya, Kamlesh, Dipsy, Anna, Khushbu.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Dipsy.
So are you saying the admins don't have bosses?
Admin don't have bosses. I can say yes.
Okay.
They are the boss of their own.
Okay. So
Okay.
they're not leads.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. Let's go to the next one now. Basic structure has been done. Now I come to the important topic. Very, very, very interesting. This topic will give you the clear picture that in the ServiceNow area where you can build your career now. Okay. This will give you that picture. So now if I take example in a mobile phone, what else you can do? Call, yes. SMS, yes. These are the basic things. What else you can do? Atul, we can take a photographs, we can record, we can use internet, we can install app, we can connect our phone to the laptop, we can connect our phone to the external monitors or the TVs, all the things we can do. So these are kind of the different flavors or different products, a different feature of that phone now. In the same manner, what we are going to be discussing now. Let me shorten this image for a quick look. It's look better now. Okay, what it's saying that I am a ServiceNow user. What are the other products? I'll not say products is not the right word. What ServiceNow say, it's called the capabilities. What are the ServiceNow capability? What I can use here? We will start this topic, but tomorrow we'll close this topic as well. Half will be done today, and from Friday, and not from Monday, we are going to be show you. I'm going to be take you on the ServiceNow instance properly. Okay. So what they say is that ServiceNow capability means what are the functionalities ServiceNow providing to their customers? Because I'm sure you came in this training because you think that ServiceNow is so much powerful tool in the market. It's providing a lot of services to the customers. Now the time to know that what are the customers. In the time period of 2013, 14, 15, when I started my ServiceNow journey, as I told, people say it is just a ticketing tool, but it is no longer a ticketing tool. In few of the interviews, when I was in my last company, where I was making a changes in my job, generally people ask, do you think that ServiceNow is still a ticketing tool? I said, come on, boss. Earlier it was a bucket. Now it is an ocean. It has a lot of things. It has a lot of things. It has a lot of things. Nobody knows completely end to end. You see these boxes, right? Maybe let me copy and bring it here for the wider part. So that I can open in the image format only. Good. Okay, yes. Now it is more clear. So you are seeing ITSM. This is ITSM, ITOM, ITBM. Sorry, ITAM, asset management, ITBM, DevOps, security, integrated, HLSD, safe workplace, customer workplace, field service management, app engine. These are the areas where you can build your career in ServiceNow. These are the areas now. Okay, so let's start the discussion on this part. Number one says on the top layer, if you see here, that Atul, how we can interact with the ServiceNow as a user, how I can interact with the ServiceNow, how you can order a product on Amazon. I can use Amazon website. I can use the Amazon application. If possible, I can send an email on the Amazon email ID and my record will be created. Or I can call them and say, hey, can you book an order for me? So multiple ways, multiple interfaces are there. So what this is that being a user, you can connect with ServiceNow, number one, on the conversational part. What is the conversational part here? Let me show you something here. I'm not going anywhere, don't worry. Okay. This is the conversational part. You just open the chat and start conversation with them. If I put my details, it will ask start chatting with me. Let me put something like this. Axis Bank. I don't want to be open these websites, otherwise now Google will show me add all these things. They don't have something like no, they don't have like, okay, this is ask AHA. Okay, like this. So I can start chatting this. Good morning. This is the first way to interact with that particular platform. In ServiceNow also we have that platform. Don't worry, if you want to see, I can show you in the parallel. But don't ask the question Atul from where you will be getting this. We will discuss in depth. Don't worry about this. Okay. Oh, I forget my password. Oops. Okay, it will be login. But for us, yes, I need to be logged in again for the password. I forget. Okay, for us, this is the conversational part, I can say. Number 1 point. Second, the mobile, via mobile app, you can connect. You can use ServiceNow. Number 3 is the service portal. This is the service portal. Maybe on Monday class, I'll show you that how this will look like. Okay, service portal is something like a kind of a website, I can say, like if I say I want to be order something from Amazon. Okay, so this is a service portal for me from where I can log in and request something that I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. Then the workspace. Workspace is basically for the agent perspective. I can say that we have from the agent side, we can use the workspace. Okay, the next one that is called the web service. So web service basically, if you want to be integrate your tool with ServiceNow, then the web service will be helpful here. These things we will do when we do for the ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration. and the notification. You send an email, the records will be generated for you. Okay, these things. So these are the 5 or 6 ways to start to interact with the ServiceNow. Now, if I come here, this has a 4 major boxes: IT workflow, employee workflow, customer workflow, and the creator workflow. In depth, we will discuss. Then nowadays, ServiceNow is building the products that is called the industry solution. They're building the products for the financial operation, for the telecom as well. Let me show you one more picture here. This thing. So they have for the finance as well. They have for the legal as well. In the San Diego version, they introduce health sciences as well. It means the boundary of service now is increasing like anything now. It is going so wide now. They want to be enter into each and every industry. Maybe manufacturing is coming soon, retail is coming soon, insurance is coming soon. But this is what I know from legal, finance, and the telecom is one which they already build for their customers. And last, it has a Now platform, which is owned by, which is built by ServiceNow, and which you can just use, not modify. That is called the Now platform. Workflows, machine learning, user experience, data model, security, and admin and the configuration part. This is the overall picture. Now, in these 4 boxes, if you want to make a career in the HRSD, learn about the same. In our training, we are mainly discussing on this part, something on this, something on this, something on this, something on this, but not in depth. Let me try to find out that do we have any new picture of the ServiceNow capabilities? This is something they have. Okay, looks good. Something. It's a portfolio, but it's not that much. It's a portfolio one. Let me open it. And if something new has been launched by ServiceNow, you will easily able to find on the LinkedIn. No, it is from the project management portfolio, not from our side. Dashboards, core services, catalog, no good. Let me save. This is good one. This is what I do for my trainings. Okay, let me find out something different if I find for you, because this is the latest one which I have as of now. Okay. Platform, no. Methods, no. Okay, no worries. We will continue with this image only, but I recommend you as the homework, try to find out some more capabilities map or the images and try to understand what else they'll be doing. Okay. Now we'll start the discussion on the ITSM part. This is the first basic module. This is the first, not module, this is the first basic IT workflow component given by ServiceNow called the ITSM. It includes the 4 or 5 major topics: incident, change, problem, and request management only. Not more than that. Okay. And the surprising part is that, and the sad part is that, in the current market situation, ITSM has a 0 value. There are very less opening for the ITSM because it's like a history now. Companies are moving from ITSM to these areas now, going this side. But the thing is that unless you will not understand the ITSM, the terms, the terminologies, it is going to be tough for you to understand the next part. So different modules available: change, incident, problem, request. Once you buy your ServiceNow instance, then you will get these modules out of the box. कि भाई इतने पैसे में इतना तो आपको मिल जाएगा. This much you will be getting this. Okay, so that is the first part. This is required for every fresher to be understand, because still there are a lot of companies who are working or using the ITSM only. They're not moving to the next level. Okay, then it comes the ITOM, IT Operation Management. Why this thing come into the picture? Because ServiceNow says that guys, you are providing the service to your customer, and you have a lot of infrastructure as well on the place. Don't worry about the infra. I will help you to maintain your infrastructure as well. Let me give the example. One example here, that is the one important topic in this particular module is called the discovery. Hot cake in the market. Lot of demand of the discovery consultant, discovery developers. Also, this is a pure coding area, guys. You have to be write the code here. We will discuss this topic in depth in our last working days, specifically in this call. Approximately after 30-35 days, we will discuss these advanced topics, a high level, so that you should understand what do you mean by these things. But what is the ITOM says? ITOM says the IT operation management. Now the question comes, if I am a company, I'm a service provider. Okay, I know that I have a lot of customers with me. Let's example. When I started this batch, my training career, okay, I just have the two students, A and B. I was just maintaining the attendance in the Excel sheet. Okay, come present, absent, present, absent, present, absent, present, absence. Or maybe I was not maintaining any Excel sheet as well. I know that two guys are there. Why I need to be take attendance? I remember that he was there on that day, he was not there in that day. But as soon as the size of participation has been grow, it is tough for me to remember each and everything. Then I start using this Excel sheet here. Guys, let me put the attendance like this, so that I can show you the records. Okay, who was present, who was not present at that time. Okay. Then ITOM says, don't worry about this. I'm able to help you. How? Another example which I put to be conclude this part in the specifically the discovery part is that, let's say we are the 5 members who open a company. Me, Ugo, Saba, Priya and Khushbu. As a new company, so we said, guys, let's purchase the laptop on the company name. We purchased the 5 laptops, one to Ugo, one to Saba, one to me, one to Priya and one to Khushbu. After 6 months, the count has been increased from 5 to 100. Do you think it is easy to maintain in my mind that who is carrying which type of laptop? No, Atul. In whose laptop what software has been installed? Possibly nahi. 5 ka mujhe, for the 5 I know that all the 5 have a Microsoft Office this license. But out of 100, it is tough for me to remember that how many have the license E3, E4, E5, E6, E1, E2. Then the discovery come to the picture. What discovery says, guys, as soon as your employee connect to your network, I will send a job in his laptop via the network. And that job will go into that particular laptop and find out the things like on whose name this has been registered, what OS has been installed, what is the RAM size, what is the memory size, what is the software it has been added there. That is called the discovery, to find out something. How it's work in depth we will discuss in our another session. The next topic is called the item. Okay, before that I move, any doubt guys here, any question? Tell me any doubt, any question, any clarification anyone have. Don't sit silent now. It is time to be open your eyes and ears. Good. The next one that is called the ITAM. Another hot cake in the market. Companies are implementing this. Now, ServiceNow say, guys, I know you are using the assets as well. My laptop is
Sir,
my. Yes, go ahead. Sorry. Go
What
ahead.
did you just call it?
ITAM. IT
Okay.
Asset Management.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I take example like in my house, bed, fridge, cooler, AC, refrigerator, sofa, wardrobes are my assets. My subscriptions on the Netflix, Amazon, my mobile phone subscriptions, or other apps or the OTT platform is my software. Now, how to maintain the life cycle of this? We need some tool on the place. How I remember that, okay, the subscription is going to be Netflix end on the 25th of every month, but where the Amazon subscription is going to be end on the 31st of every month. It is tough for me to be remember. Then I need something who can maintain or who can manage this thing. That is called the ITAM. I is it's T is come with the AM only. It's IT asset management. So all your hardware, all your software, we have to be managed in a place, and ServiceNow giving me a separate module for the same called the ITAM. It is a completely paid. We cannot even check this on our PDI because nowadays ITOM Pro is in the picture and I cannot install this particular plugin into my PDI. So we cannot discuss much on that part. But yes, you can build your career in this area as well. It is again a hot cake. To do this part, you should have a complete understanding of the asset life cycle, software life cycle as well. Which license, what is the expiry, what is the costing, what is subscription, everything you should know in depth, and then you can maintain the things in the these things. If
What is PDI?
It stands for the personal development instance. Monday I will show you that. Okay, our practice area.
Ato, CMDB, CMDB, is it part of it too?
CMDB is part of CMDB will come automatically in the PDI Saba.
No, I said, is it part of the asset management?
No. This CMDB is a part of the core functionality.
Oh, okay.
This one here, reusable data model.
Okay.
Okay, it's not the part of the IT item. See, if I take example, just to give you a little more confidence. In the earlier days, when we don't have a mobile phone, okay, only few people have a mobile phone or we have just landlines at the home. At least I remember 12 to 15 phone numbers on my fingertips. I remember my home landline. I remember my auntie landline. I remember my friend's landline. As soon as this mobile phone come into the picture, we start storing everything in the mobile phone. So ServiceNow is a tool for the same only. If you want to store, you want to manage, you can put it here. Now in the mobile phone, maybe someone save my number as Atul Grover trainer. Someone says Atul trainer. Someone says Atul ServiceNow. Someone says ServiceNow trainer. It means that everybody is using the contact list and making that use to save the number. Tomorrow, if this training will be over, maybe someone delete my number as well. Hey, it's done now. Not require this person in my contact list. Let's delete it. You are managing it. Tomorrow I say, guys, I'm changing my phone number. Please update. You will update in your data records as well. So it is a tool where you are maintaining the things so that you can keep a track in a proper manner. Clear till this point, guys? Any doubt? Any question? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm clear.
I'll not go forward now because I know it is little boring as well. We'll complete this topic tomorrow. Let me stop the recording. Before that, anyone has any last question to be asked here? Okay, silence is gold. So I'm stopping the recording here. I will take attendance and then We'll close the call. Don't leave now.